weather with Exact Track 4D.
And of course, the person to ask is Ashlee.
Yes.
Get your sleep. Don't even. It's gonna be raining, snowing overnight. You're not
Not
going
a
to be able
chance.
to, yeah.
Darn it.
Unfortunately.
Thanks, Debbie Downer.
Do we have any accidents so far with the snow moving in?
Not really. I don't think they're accidents, Spun, but there are some accidents, but I don't know that necessarily
related to the weather just yet. It seems like it's not quite here yet.
Our western communities are seeing a little bit of it. So, I mean, really right on time with the model data. We knew the western edge would start to see this around 7, and then, you know, between 8 and 9 overspreading southeastern Michigan. So it is on time, and you can see for folks in Howell, Ann Arbor, getting some of those flakes flying, but that thicker snow band and that dark blue that you see is from Lansing towards Jackson. So that still has to work its way here as far as coming down at a little bit better pace, but just going to spit out enough accumulation of a dusting to about an inch farther north that could create a few slick spots. The drier pocket right now, though, is from Romulus towards Madison Heights and Mount Clemens. So for folks in West Bloomfield, Farmington, Canton, you're not seeing that snow yet. But if you're in Ypsilanti, Northfield Township, Hamburg, Howell, well, that snow starting to come down from the clouds. So it's all part of that bigger system here that is working its way west to east from Lake Michigan to southeastern Michigan. This is round 1. We have a second round on tap as we head into the later part of the evening. But for now, still dry at Campus Martius. We keep checking in. 22 degrees in the city, 16 in Ann Arbor, 18 in Pontiac, 21 in Monroe. You factor in winds close to 10 miles per hour. Doesn't matter the direction. Makes it feel like single digits out there in a lot of our suburbs. So it's a chilly start. We'll have a lull, I would say, after late morning, especially lunch hour onward. Though some areas could see a little fine drizzle, but otherwise 34 for the afternoon high, and it'll be well after sunset, probably by 8 that we start to see round 2. So here's the widespread stuff at 9 o'clock, and then by 12, that's even cleared Port Huron. Here's the break. Cloud cover by 8. Snow starts to creep in from the south, and that's going to inch farther north. But then you see how the rain starts to fill in from Grosse Ile southward by about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. So that's going to be some warmer air that results in the changeover. This will either be some sleet or a rain snow mix in the pink that you see after midnight. And then that snow persists in the thumb, but we're dealing with more of, I would say, a warmer solution with some rain for our southern communities. A little break. And then as that cold air builds in through the morning, we see that change over back to snow for the morning rush hour drive tomorrow that lasts through the lunch hour before turning into just more lake effect bands the next several days. So your snowfall forecast through the morning today, I would say now we're kind of downplaying even what's to our north, about a dusting to an inch at most. But watch what happens as we go throughout the evening, overnight into tomorrow. There could be some areas in the thumb that exceed 5 inches, about 3 to 5 additional with that second round. And then here is where it's tricky, because if you see more rain at Metro Airport, that 5 could be an absolute bust. You see what's only predicted down in Monroe at ½ of an inch. So I'm not locking into these totals, as that rain snow line is highly sensitive, but you see the possibility. If it's more snow, you get several inches of snow. If it's more rain, then you might only get about a ½ inch at most. So clouds and radar come Thursday and beyond, lake effect bands that will persist. And I do want to kind of fast forward and take you into Saturday, because long range model is giving us kind of a better shot at some of that snow by the time we get to Saturday, and more banding for your Sunday. And I'll tell you what, that Arctic air will really be building in, because we have highs only around 20 for the tail end of the weekend, overnight lows in the single digits, and then you factor in the winds. We're probably back to some sub-zero wind chills. That's your 7-day forecast. I think Mel Robbins, if you like the
I do.
She was nominated for one of the podcasts.
Yeah, she has a good one. I actually don't listen to the podcast, but I see like her Instagram posts, and it kind of gives me just enough, but very good.
Yeah.
Sinners is a good one.
Yeah, you know what?
Please tell me.
I have started to see it, and then it's a lot.
It's a lot.
And I just have not been quite in the right space to like take that on.
It is a lot.
But it looks fantastic. But you know, a little scary, a little intense. Yeah, but I'm happy to see that got nominated. Showbiz news also, we have David Daniel here with your Hollywood Minute. All right. Well, Jason and I are actually tag teaming for Nick's Local 4 live shows from 8 until 10. Jason's coming back for the 8 o'clock hour. And we have the all-important year-end financial checklist. Set yourself up for success in the new year. Now's the time to start planning that. Also, we're going to be tracking the snow, of course, and accidents if we can convince Darnell to stick around. So
for a minute.
Jason will take over at 8. I'll take over at 9. We're also going to have much more on Mayor Duggan and that exit interview with the Detroit Economic Club, shared a lot of just about, some wins, some losses, things that he's proud of, and, just the path that's been created for the next mayor as well.
It's pretty cool to hear some of the things that we didn't know, like that draft thing was, whoa.
Yeah.
Check that out.
We'll have more on that. What led up to what was a hugely successful draft for us, but there was like a major event 2 hours before the doors opened that could have delayed it, but thankfully they were able to overcome it with some of their important partnerships. So that more when we kick things off at 8 o'clock, but we do have a news break right after this quick break, and you're going to see more of us too. Well, at least we have a pretty sunrise.